International Student USA. I'm Sissy. Today we're going to talk about resumes. Hello, Steven.
Hi, Sissy. How are you?
Good. Well, Steven, recently I'm working on my resumes, but I saw so many suggestions on resumes. So what are the most important things I need to know about resumes?
Okay. Well, you know, if you ask 10 coaches, 10 career coaches, you're going to get 10 different opinions, and very often that's very confusing, and it could turn your resume into even a bigger mess than it might be.
Yeah.
So what you really want to do is remember 4 things. The first thing you want to remember is that it's got to be easy to read. How much time do you think somebody spends reading your resume, like a recruiter?
I think at least 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's more like 5 seconds. It's actually 6 to 20 seconds. Sometimes they'll just look at your school, when you're graduating, and they might look at your internships, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, so if you have like a functional resume, where your accomplishments are separate, or you have a creative resume, unless you're going to be doing something very creative like graphic design or something, you should just use a standard format, keep all of your dates lined up to the right, use like a simple font, maybe like 11 point, and keep things like personal information out of there that you might use in China, for example, on the CV. Yeah. So just keep it easy, keep it to 1 page unless you have an extensive amount of background in like jobs, before you went to school or something like that, or you have like 8 internships or something. So that's the first thing. It's easy to read. The second thing is, if you wanted to spend more than 6 to 20 seconds, you should have a compelling summary at the top, or maybe an objective. A summary is like something like that explains why they should hire you. What can you contribute to them, rather than what do you want from them, right? Saying that your objective is an internship or a job or H1 or something is not what they want to hear. They want to hear what can you contribute. So it's good if you have something like, in your case, for example, you might have something like MSHR student with outstanding knowledge and experience in administrative operations, detail-oriented, motivated achiever, problem solver, with excellent interpersonal skills, fluent in English and Chinese, something like that.
Okay, how long is that?
Maybe 3 sentences, not bullet sentences, like a little paragraph at the very top, and it could say summary, but it doesn't have to.
Okay.
But if you've never even had one internship, you can turn that into an objective. But it should also kind of sound like a summary, something like MSHR students with exceptional knowledge and experience in administrative operations seeking summer internships. Something that tells them what you can contribute to the company.
Okay. So the key point for the summary or objective is tell them what you can contribute, right?
Tell them what you contribute. Give them a reason to hire you. Give them the reason to spend more time on your resume. Third thing is relevance. You can't have 10 resumes, although I've seen people who do. I have to, but for one reason, they're going to look at your LinkedIn profile. 95% of employers in the U.S. do. And so you can't have 10 totally different resumes. But what you can do is change that summary or objective at the top to include keywords from a job posting, from a job description. And that's another reason to have that compelling summary or objective at the top, to make it more relevant. So that's another thing. And then the last thing, and every single job seeker I've ever seen their resume, and by the way, I've never seen a resume that couldn't be improved, but most job seekers have what I would consider to be just like kind of like a laundry list of their job duties. So like, I did this, I did this, I assisted that, but they don't explain whether or not they were successful in what they did. So I'll give you an example.
Okay.
So like, let's say you did a PowerPoint presentation as an intern. And if you just said, I did a PowerPoint presentation. Well, I don't know, was it a great PowerPoint presentation or was it horrible? I don't know. But if you said something like, developed a PowerPoint presentation that assisted the company in closing a $10 million contract, well, now I know it must have been a darn good presentation, right? Or let's say you said, reorganize the file cabinet. Well, I don't know, like, did you do a good job, or the files are on the floor somewhere? So, you know, but if you said something like, reorganize the files in such a way as to make important files 50% more accessible, something like that, like 50%. The more you use numbers, the better. So anything you can think of, even if it's kind of remote, that you help the company save money, make money, improve customer satisfaction, improve employee satisfaction, improve quality, did something faster than it's been done before. Anything like that that shows you're an achiever. Ultimately, employers are looking to hire achievers, right? So, if you just keep those 4 things in mind, easy to read, keep it simple, lots of white space, usually on one page, a compelling summary or objective at the top, relevant, keep it relevant, make that summary or objective relevant, and show accomplishments, preferably measurable accomplishments. And of course, we have much more in the book, 3 Steps to Your Job in the USA, and we have all kinds of examples that students can follow. So, is that helpful?
Yes, I think it's very helpful.
And next time we'll talk about cover letters.
Okay,
All
cover
right,
letters.
thanks. Hey everybody, you can be successful too.